Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the most mind-blowing ancient mysteries that have finally been solved. We're talking pyramids, lost cities, ancient computers, stuff they thought was impossible. Get ready to have your minds blown. We're going to be looking at the evidence, the theories, and the straight-up crazy stuff people used to believe. But don't worry, I've got my detective hat on, and we're going to get to the bottom of these historical head-scratchers. All right, first up we're heading to Egypt to tackle the big one, the Great Pyramid of Giza. I'm talking 481 feet tall, 2.3 million blocks of stone, built over 4,500 years ago. Seriously, how did they do it? For years people have been saying aliens! But guess what? No spaceships needed. Turns out these ancient Egyptians were way smarter than we thought. They used some seriously ingenious building techniques, like copper tools, ramps, sleds and rollers. They even figured out how to move those massive stones using simple physics and manpower. We're talking thousands of workers, not little green men. They were dedicated, they were strong, and they built one heck of a pyramid. Imagine trying to organize that many people for a construction project today. It'd be chaos. Props to the ancient Egyptians for their project management skills. Next up, we're flying over to Peru to check out the Nazca Lines. These ancient wonders have puzzled researchers and visitors alike for decades. These giant geoglyphs are etched into the desert, some of them over 1,000 feet long. Imagine the sheer scale of these drawings, visible only from the sky. It's like someone drew a giant monkey, a spider, a hummingbird, and a bunch of other weird stuff on the earth. Each figure is meticulously crafted, with lines so precise that they have stood the test of time. So what's the deal with these massive doodles? Why did the ancient Nazca people go to such lengths to create these enormous designs? Were they sending messages to the heavens? Some theories suggest that these lines were a form of communication with celestial beings, landing strips for alien spaceships, giant board games. Theories abound, each more fascinating than the last. The mystery of their purpose adds to the allure of these ancient artworks. Well, researchers think they were actually used for religious ceremonies and rituals. The Nazca people might have believed that these lines held spiritual significance. The Nazca people believed these lines would appease their gods and bring them good fortune. They might have gathered around these lines, performing rituals to invoke blessings, kind of like a giant offering to the universe. Imagine the dedication and faith required to create such monumental offerings. Hey gods, look at this awesome monkey we drew. Can we get some rain over here? It's a whimsical thought, but it captures the essence of their intentions. It's still pretty mind-blowing to think about the effort that went into creating these lines. The precision and scale are awe-inspiring. They didn't have drones or anything, no modern tools or technology to assist them. They were literally walking for miles and miles, carefully removing rocks and dirt. Talk about dedication. The sheer human effort and ingenuity involved in creating these lines are truly remarkable. Imagine coordinating such a massive project without any aerial perspective. The Nazca people must have had an incredible understanding of geometry and landscape to achieve such precision. Their legacy continues to captivate and inspire us, reminding us of the incredible feats humans are capable of when driven by faith and purpose. Chapter 3. The Antikythera Mechanism, the OG Computer. Get ready to have your minds blown, because we're about to dive into the world of ancient Greek technology. The Greeks were not just philosophers and warriors, they were also incredible inventors and engineers. Their contributions to science and technology are often overshadowed by their myths and legends, but today we're shining a light on one of their most astonishing achievements. Yeah, you heard me right. We're talking about a piece of technology that predates modern computers by millennia. This isn't just any old artifact, it's a marvel of ancient engineering. Forget togas and sandals. These guys were inventing complex machines over 2,000 years ago. Enter the Antikythera mechanism. This device is often referred to as the world's first analog computer, and for good reason. It was capable of performing complex calculations and tracking celestial events with remarkable precision. This thing was found in a shipwreck back in 1901, and it looked like a jumbled mess of gears and dials. Imagine the excitement and confusion of the divers who discovered it. They had no idea they had stumbled upon a piece of history that would change our understanding of ancient technology forever. Scientists were like, "What in the world is this thing?" It took years of painstaking research and analysis to even begin to understand its purpose. The mechanism was so advanced that it seemed almost out of place in the ancient world. Well, after decades of research, they finally figured it out. The Antikythera mechanism was a sophisticated device used to predict astronomical events. It was essentially an ancient Greek computer designed to model the movements of celestial bodies. This bad boy is an ancient analog computer. It was capable of predicting solar and lunar eclipses, tracking the cycles of the sun and moon, and even forecasting the positions of the planets. The level of detail and accuracy it achieved is nothing short of astounding. It could predict astronomical events, such as eclipses and planetary alignments, with a level of precision that wouldn't be matched for centuries. The Greeks used it to understand the cosmos in ways that were far ahead of their time. Track the cycles of the sun and moon, which was crucial for their agricultural and religious practices. The mechanism helped them create accurate calendars and plan important events, and even tell you when the next Olympic Games were. Yes, the ancient Greeks were so advanced that they had a device to keep track of their sporting events. The Antikythera mechanism was a testament to their ingenuity and their passion for knowledge. Seriously, the ancient Greeks were way ahead of their time. They were pioneers in so many fields, from mathematics and astronomy to engineering and philosophy. Their legacy continues to influence us today. They were the original tech geeks, building complex gadgets with nothing but bronze and gears. The craftsmanship and precision required to create the Antikythera mechanism are mind-boggling. It shows just how advanced their understanding of mechanics and astronomy was. Imagine what they could have accomplished with smartphones and Wi-Fi. The Antikythera mechanism is a reminder that human ingenuity knows no bounds. It's a testament to the brilliance of the ancient Greeks and their enduring impact on the world of science and technology. Chapter 4. The Lost City of Troy. It wasn't just a movie. You've probably heard of the Trojan War, right? The epic battle with the Trojan horse, Achilles, and all that drama? Well, for centuries, people thought Troy was just a legend, a story passed down through generations. But guess what? It was real. In the 1870s, an archaeologist named Heinrich Schliemann was convinced that Troy actually existed. He used the descriptions in Homer's Iliad as a guide and started digging in Turkey. And guess what he found? The ruins of an ancient city that matched the descriptions of Troy perfectly. They even found evidence of a massive battle, just like in the stories. So all those Hollywood movies about Troy, they weren't too far off. Well, except for the part where Brad Pitt was Achilles, but hey, you can't have everything. Chapter 5. The Voynich Manuscript, Cracking the Code. Okay, this last mystery is still a bit of a head-scratcher, but we're getting closer to cracking the code. The Voynich manuscript has intrigued and baffled scholars, cryptographers, and historians for centuries. This enigmatic book, discovered in 1912 by Wilfrid Voynich, has been the subject of countless theories and speculations. I'm talking about the Voynich manuscript, a book written entirely in an unknown script and filled with bizarre illustrations. The manuscript is named after the Polish book dealer who acquired it, and it has since become one of the most famous and mysterious books in the world. This thing has been baffling scholars for centuries. Despite numerous attempts to decode its text, the manuscript has resisted all efforts to unlock its secrets. Some of the brightest minds in history, including code breakers from both world wars, have tried and failed to decipher it. Is it a secret code? An extinct language? Theories abound, ranging from it being a pharmacopoeia, a book of herbal remedies, to it being an elaborate hoax. Some even speculate it could be a lost language or a cipher yet to be cracked. A prank by some medieval jokester. The idea that it could be a medieval prank has been floated, suggesting that someone with a lot of time and creativity decided to create a book that would confound future generations. Well, recently researchers have made some breakthroughs. Advances in technology and interdisciplinary studies have provided new insights into the manuscript. By using modern techniques like multispectral imaging and computer algorithms, researchers are beginning to make headway. They've identified some of the plants and symbols in the manuscript, and they're starting to piece together the language. These discoveries suggest that the manuscript may not be as impenetrable as once thought. The identification of certain plants has led to the hypothesis that the manuscript could be a compendium of herbal knowledge. It seems like it might be a book about herbal remedies and natural medicine. This theory is supported by the detailed botanical illustrations and the apparent structure of the text, which resembles other known herbal manuscripts from the medieval period. So maybe it's not a message from aliens or a map to hidden treasure, but it's still pretty darn cool. The idea that this manuscript could be a practical guide to medieval medicine adds a fascinating layer to its mystery. Imagine being the one to finally decipher this thing. The sense of accomplishment and the historical significance would be immense. You'd be contributing to our understanding of medieval knowledge and possibly uncovering lost wisdom. You'd be like the ultimate codebreaker, the Sherlock Holmes of linguistics. The quest to decode the Voynich manuscript continues, and with each new discovery, we get a little closer to unraveling its secrets. Who knows? Maybe the final breakthrough is just around the corner.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually...
Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next adventure.